What up, everybody? Hey, thank you for tuning in. I want you to go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer, and hit the like button, share it, and listen. Let's get into this. None of us know the facts about this coronavirus. That's the hardcore truth of it. We don't know where the hell that thing came from for a fact. Look, listen, I saw a video of what they call one of those wet markets over in Wuhan. You know, and yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting. But you know, we've had viruses that came from other places, you know, that may not have been as disgusting. And irregardless of whether or not it came from there, really, seriously, what benefit is that knowledge to actually producing a cure? Okay, that's one of the issues. The other issue is, really, how severe is this? From all information that I can gather, this thing is way less serious than any flu that we've ever had in the United States. You know, it's produced fewer deaths. Our total death toll from illness is the same as it was last year and the year before without the COVID-19. So tell me, you know, exactly how do we get to this point where we actually really believe that this thing... All right. We gotta watch out for those because they just sneak up on you. Anyway, the whole thing is, none of us really know what's behind this thing. Last I saw was Bill Gates was running around with Dr. Fauci, and it looks like they cooked something together. You know, and it looks like Bill Gates has some interest in producing a vaccine that's, like I said, man, you know, this thing just gets deeper than the law. I just think it's way over the top at this point for any of us to actually think that we could have a clue as to who's behind it, who's benefit, what angle is being worked. What I know as a citizen is that we're in a situation now where it seems like everybody is using the virus to exercise some authority over us. I was in the grocery store today. You know, now this cashier is up in front of me about, I don't know, probably 40, 50 feet. And somebody's there at the cashier. I'm trying to kind of observe that, you know, not to stay back at least 6 feet. And the cashier, and I'm at least 6, probably more like 10 feet behind the next closest person. The cashier stops counting the groceries from the person in front of me, and actually tells the person, turns around and yells to me way back here that excuse me, sir, you got to be back on the other side of those markers on the floor. You know, these things are way in the hell back, right? So I'm like, okay, I said, okay, well, you know, no problem. So I moved back behind the marker, and she's literally, totally, completely done with this other person, and then she waves me up. Like, okay, come on. You know, well, let me just cut to the chase here. I can tell this woman's never been in control of anybody in her life, let alone a strong man like myself. And there was more to it than her actually being able to say, sir, somebody else probably should have been doing that job. If there had been more lines open, I can't imagine each cashier having to stop and yell back 20 feet, or however far back it is, for whoever is back there to get back there. Somebody else probably should have been there and managing that situation for the markers back there. In the meantime, I was well over 6 feet behind the person in front of me. You know, that sounds petty. I get it. It is petty. But this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with petty power nuances. petty people looking for power over other people. I've seen other situations, you know, like I saw this woman telling this guy the other day that he had to stop talking, you know, because he was spraying droplets. You know? This was downtown, trying to get into the city county building. And this lady had the nerve to come up and tell a grown man who was having a conversation that I didn't even like, you know, and he was a little bit loud, but the truth was, this is very common in Detroit. People are always talking crap. You always hear one of these guys standing up there talking, but this woman had the nerve to walk from, I don't know how far away she was, man, you know, and said, "Sir, you're going to have to stop talking like that because you're spraying droplets or you're shooting out droplets, and people want to live." That was her exact words. People want to live, as if you're actually coming across over here to tell this guy that, because if you don't, people are going to die. And while I was in the grocery store today, the shelves were like totally empty. I just couldn't believe it, man. You know, something's going on here, brother, and it's you know, I don't think any of us really hold those cards. What we have, brothers and sisters, is our spiritual discernment. What does the Lord say to you about these situations? Do you really believe that, you know, even the data that we're receiving from the doomsday sayers says that we're in the same, we're having the same amount of deaths as we had last year and the year before. Even that data reflecting the same number. Why are we now in some kind of panic? We're forfeiting. Our rights are being suppressed. We don't have the freedom to assemble. We don't have the freedom to protest at this point. If the government comes up and decides, well, we're going to keep you guys shut down all summer, and we decide we're going to go down to town and pick it or whatever, you know, we're going to get arrested for violating this health ordinance. I don't like it, brothers and sisters. This is not constitutional. Somebody asked me the other day about it, where we're going to draw the line. Where are you going to draw a line? You better figure it out. I'm drawing it April 30th. I'm drawing a line April 30th. After that, I want all of my constitutional rights back. Now, am I willing to die at that point over enforcement? Is the government able to manipulate me any further? Am I saying, okay, at this point, you guys are going to have to shoot me or whatever because I'm going to do exactly whatever it is I want to do? I'm not saying that. All right? I'm saying that I'm pretty much at the end of my rope. I don't think this is going the way that people think that it's going. This is going to end badly. The mainstream media, the liberal politicians, all of the globalists are all going to try to extend this shutdown past April 30th. Mark my words, brothers and sisters. You're hearing it here from me. I am telling you, they are going to try to stop this thing. They're going to try to extend this beyond April 30th. Believe that. And Trump's going to try to open it up, and therein lies the problem. We're going to have a conflict. It's going to come down to April 30th. What are you going to do? So, all right. So, listen, brothers and sisters, you got to make a decision. What are you going to do come April 30th? How many months are you willing to stay in your house? How many more months are you willing to stay off your job? How much more money are they going to demand that the government pays out to people that are staying home and to businesses that aren't open? How much of that are we willing to do? How much of this economy are we really willing to tank in the name of being fair to the victims of this crisis. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, give me a like, thumbs up, leave a comment so I can respond to you. Tell me what you like or don't like. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.